So children, we will start a new chapter today, desert animals. So I have written on the board page number 112. But before we come to this new chapter, I want to say you that kindly check your e-portal every day because you will find different videos are getting uploaded there. For example, yesterday I have completed the explanation of the poem Vocation and that is uploaded in the e-portal. Kindly check it from there. Today I have completed one video, that one is related with the discussion of the question answers of vocation. That also I will upload in the e-portal. So kindly check your e-portal, and if it is possible for me, I will also prepare a video on civics, and that means the next chapter that we are having, this urban administration. That one will also get uploaded in the e-portal. So every day you check your e-portal. So let's start. Before you read, can you name some desert areas in India and the world? Yes, Kalahari Desert, Third Desert. Okay. Do you know, why do you think who do you think lives in such areas? Desert animals. Deserts are the driest places on earth and sometimes go for months or even years without rain. But even the desert animals cannot survive without water. So they are living in the desert and the desert is not receiving rain. That also even for some years, how it will be possible for the desert animals that they will be able to survive, and don't think that they don't require water. All living beings, they require water. So or for long periods in the scorching sun, even they cannot stay under the scorching sun for a long period. The meaning of scorching is given very hot. So they have had to find different ways of coping with the harsh conditions. This is the natural instinct of all living beings, that whenever any situation becomes harsh or it is not comfortable for us, at that time we just try to search out the different ways in which we can make that situation or that weather or that condition somewhat comfortable for us. So for example, gerbils, given meaning, mouse-like desert rodents with long hind legs. For example, gerbils spend the hottest part of the day in cool underground burrows. So that's why it cannot feel the warmth outside or the heat outside. And strange insects called darkling beetles are experts at catching drops of moisture on their legs, then lifting them into the air until the drops trickle down into their mouths. So such cunning it is, such intelligent. Not all deserts are endless seas of rolling and sand dunes. Some are rocky or pebbly and dotted with small bushes, while others are sprinkled with colorful flowers during the spring. This also we can find in desert. It is not that it is only sand dunes and sand and sand and sand. No, it is not every time like that. Dunes meaning given heaps of sand formed by the wind, and pebbly meaning given stony. There are more than 2,300 different kinds of snakes around the world. 2300 different kinds of snakes. Okay. Ranging from just 15 centimeters long to more than 11 meters. Most snakes are quite harmless, but we just we are having common misconception that all snakes are dangerous. But there are a few that are so poisonous they can kill a human being with just one bite. Most snakes lay eggs, but there are many which give birth to their young. So here also another misconception we are having. We think that snakes, they only lay eggs. It is not like that. There are some exceptions where we can find that snakes, they are also giving birth to their young ones. In the dry, rocky deserts of America lives a rather evil-looking snake with a very bad reputation. Its frightening rattle can be heard as far as 30 meters away, and it can strike with lightning speed. So you can understand the speed lightning You have seen lightning. You can just, you know very well that what sort of speed it is having. Within a glance, everything happens. So it is also having the same speed. But the rattlesnake or rattler, as it is sometimes called, prefers to avoid people if it possibly can. Does not like the company of people. It just remains quite away from human beings. It holds its tail upright and rattles the end whenever it is disturbed. So, like Dug Dugi. Okay. And in the hope that the intruder will go away. Intruder means the trespasser, the person who is not at all welcome in the area. However, if its warnings are ignored and it feels threatened, it will coil ready to bite. Oh, you are ignoring my this rattle. You are not giving any sort of attention to it. So definitely, I will just bite you now. Okay. But the rattler itself cannot hear the noise its own tail makes. What sort of pity it is? The sound it is making, it is not able to hear because we know that snakes cannot hear. Okay. Like most snakes, it hears things through vibrations in the ground. Only when the vibration is there in the ground, at that time it can feel, but it cannot hear the voices or any sort of sound. If a person walks nearby the snake can feel the movement. But if the same person were to shout, it would not hear a thing. So we have seen the snake charmers, they are just playing the tune and the snake is dancing like this way. We all know that the snake, though the snake charmer says that the snake can hear the tune and that's why it is dancing, it is not like that. When the snake charmer is moving this, what to say, the flute, and the snake is having some sort of faint vision of it and it is trying to give a bite. That's why it is moving its head or hood like this and this. It is not that it can hear the sound and it is dancing. Okay, so rattlesnakes are very common and widespread animals living right across the American continent from Canada to Argentina. All these lines are important. I'm not saying you to underline because all the lines are important. Okay. They feed on a variety of prey, including mice, voles, rats, chipmunks, and many other small animals. What do you mean by voles? Small plant-eating rodents. Chipmunks, small ground squirrels having light and dark stripes. You will do one thing. You will just type the names of these animals in Google and you will just see how they look because here the pictures are not given. Rattlesnakes kill their prey with venom. Like all snakes, they swallow the unfortunate animals whole because we know that the snakes cannot chew. Rattler, it is given there. Rattler means who makes the sound of that rattle. It is so easy, it is given there. Okay, just as Tori has asked, let us come to this portion once more. That but the rattlesnake or rattler, as it is sometimes called, it is having a nickname because it makes that sound of rattle. That's why it is known as rattler. Okay. Few snakes have to eat more than once a week, and some, much as the larger pythons, can survive for a year or more without eating. So see how much they are preserving. Just once in a year they eat. Rest of the year they don't eat. Mongooses like to hunt together, but they always keep a lookout for dangerous predators nearby. Predator meaning given, an animal naturally preying on others, carnivorous animals. Poking their noses into holes, overturning rocks with their paws, and scratching the ground with their sharp claws, banded mongooses are very amusing animals to watch. A common sight in many parts of Africa, they travel in groups of about 20 to forage for beetles, forage meaning even search for food, beetles, millipedes, and other small creatures. They like to hunt together, keeping in touch whenever they go out of sight behind rocks or bushes by twittering and calling. So this is the way they keep in connection, or they keep in touch. Always on the lookout for danger, hawks, eagles, and large snakes. They warn one another with a special alarm call if they spot anything suspicious. So if they come in account of something dangerous at that time, they try to make others aware or alert just by making own sort of sound which the other mongooses they will be able to understand. In this way they just keep the connection. So children, give a tick mark up to this. In our next class we will proceed with the next part of the chapter, and also in our next class I hope that we will be able to discuss the question answers of this chapter. So if you are having any query, any doubt, anything, you will ask me now.